Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live from Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Wednesday, February 28th, almost the last day of the month.
Almost.
Damn you, leap year. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We're going to have... That is not... Hold on.
No.
I do have a show open. I do have videos that I do need to share. I just recorded... So here's the deal. Let me slow it down for a second. When I was recording all our segments today, and we've had a solid show so far, I did it in one large file.
I did see that.
Yeah. And so that's 55 minutes of content right off the bat. That's a podcast in itself.
Yeah.
And I was going to air it through and do like a longer podcast today, do a little overtime, but I'm waiting for it to download because I just tried to rip it and download it a minute ago. And it's taken a while because it's such a big file. Hopefully I'll be able to pull it up. But either way, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you on here. Let me hopefully see if it's up here soon. I got all my downloads and so far no good. But that's all right. We'll get there. And if it does pop up, then I will throw it in there. And if it doesn't pop up, then bonus podcast that we might air tomorrow because it was good. See, and Lisa said, Beef, you had me cracking up all morning.
It's been good.
Yeah, we've been on point, and I'll tell you why. A couple reasons why. I woke up motivated. I went to bed early. I prepared the show yesterday. There was a couple big talking points that I couldn't wait to get on, like Ryan Garcia, which will show some videos of that boxer and his meltdown here in a little bit. The Rock saying that Phoenix is known for crack and meth use, the number one in the nation.
Cracker.
Yeah, that's what The Rock said.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, he said it's a fact.
It is actually a fact.
Did you Google it as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. And in fact, actually, I'll share. I'll show exactly the moment because The Rock appeared in Glendale, Arizona, for Friday Night SmackDown this last Friday night, and he stated this. He roasted him. Now, right now, The Rock is what they call heel Rock, right? That's the Hollywood Rock. He's the bad guy version of himself. Lots of speculation as to whether or not he's going to stay a bad guy. He's going to heel turn, any of that. Either way, it's pretty fun to watch. And so he showed up to this sold out SmackDown in Glendale, Arizona. People are packed to the rafters. And they were all waiting and clamoring to see The Rock. And they couldn't wait to hear what The Rock had to say to Phoenix, Arizona. And this is exactly what he had to say. One little something like this.
The Rock did a little research, and here's what he found out. This is the truth. This is a fact. The number one city in America for cocaine and meth use is Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, there you go. So,
research. And then the crowd just cheers.
Of course.
We know who we are.
Yes.
Thanks. You finally the recognition of all my hard work.
That's 100% people in Phoenix like, yeah, man, I'm coked out right now. Yes. Or meth out, I should say.
I'm all jacked up on meth, chip.
So that's one of the reasons why the show was good this morning. A lot of stuff to talk about. I think the other reason is because I had a little 3-day weekend. Wink, wink. And thank you guys for joining us back on this Monday morning. But yes, we took Friday morning off because I wanted to go to 191 Tool with Todd, and I did. And we had a great time. And so I got to sleep in on Friday morning. But what I did was I came here Thursday afternoon and I pieced together a show that was solid. It was like a best of show. I threw some live clips in there, but to say the keywords and whatnot. But then, I made sure to cherry pick good segments and, massage the clock and put in songs that I wanted to. So I was very proud of the show that I put together, and I hope you guys still enjoyed it Friday. The only difference is we didn't get to a podcast. The idea and the goal was possibly to be able to do a podcast with Greaves and Mouse Pal and Danny, who's always a fun conversation and good time when we hang out. Maybe before their show started, then that didn't work out. And then I was like, well, maybe after. That wasn't going to happen. Damn, they were wrecked. So, and then they had to still break down and stuff. So, yeah. So we ended up not doing a podcast on Friday.
Did you guys go out?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do?
Well, no, I mean, I did. One night went Tool and then kind of partied with them a little bit afterwards and then went home. I was going to go to Congress for a little bit, but it wasn't, I popped by there and I was like, oh, this is dead on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would be like a college night and that it'd be jumping on a Thursday night, but no, it was way dead. Yeah. And I'm never out on a Thursday night. Right. No. So yeah, this was an eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah.
What are the days now, you think, then? Saturdays?
Friday and Saturday for Congress. Yeah. And I guess Thursday night is Gentle Ben's, right? Because it's a college night, and that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Down on University.
Yeah, but you won't catch me dead at a Gentle Ben's at after 10 o'clock on a Thursday night, period. And it's not because it's like good time. It's just I know that first off, I've lived that. I've been there, done that. I don't want to be the weird guy there scoping out college chicks. I just don't, Yeah. And I have no desire to. And yes, some of them are unbelievably hot, but that doesn't mean they're looking for a dude like me. I don't care how young I look, right? And so, yeah. Let's see. And then Lisa, I just love the weird shit you say. Thank you. Yes, I say a lot of weird shit.
You do.
And I'm hoping that we could replay some of that weird shit. Let me check one last time to see if our show open today is saved, and no, still no. Dear Lord. I had a segment, Everything is Gay from Florida last week. I think I played it on Friday about. Oh, yeah. Either way, that's fine. We'll go live, and then maybe I'll just run this podcast a little bit later today or tomorrow morning. We'll start off the show or start off the day. I don't know. We'll see. My potato isn't going to play something an hour long. Thanks, Todd. Did you hear, Todd? Did you hear my segment talking about how you would not put your hands up? I'm sending you an invite. Yep.
You're going to explain yourself, Todd.
Yes.
I tried so hard to get this guy to put his hands in the air like he just don't care. And he acted like he cared a lot. He was caring too much at a hip hop show. We're obviously all stoned, right? We're all got a little bit of buzz, drinking a little bit of alcohol and stuff. Good crossfade. Like I was looking for. I was looking for that ultimate good, feel good vibe and buzz. It was good catching up with my homies. I really enjoyed that. And then so I was in the moment. I'm like, bam. And then honestly, I'm just, you know me, I'm a head nodder. Yeah. If I feel a groove, I'm nodding to that beat. And so I was just trying to get Todd to feel that same energy, right? And do the same thing. And he said he had limited energy, but he's acting like a curmudgeon. You're not that old, Todd.
I don't have arm up energy. Whatever.
Yes, you do. To at least put one hand up because you do like that.
Yeah. No.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a little, even like this.
And switch it up. And then you
don't
like,
even have to go all the way up. You could just kind of be like at your chest.
Yeah. Just do like that.
Yeah, you do it like that. You do it like this, little
on,
sidearm action.
Like a little,
bro.
Right? I mean, all that, dude. There's ways to do that. And
a little balance in your knees.
A little side sway.
And you're not feeling out of place because everyone around you is doing it. Everyone. Like literally everyone. And like I said, as soon as you put your arms down, then they're like, put them back up. And you're like, all right. So, I mean, even just a little bit exercise.
He says, how dare you?
Look, how dare you show up to a hipster hop concert with me and not put your damn hands up, man. I know. We're going to do Would You Rathers next, if you got some.
I have 3.
Good.
Ooh,
good.
Perfect.
Yeah, we haven't Weirdo cover a Would You Rather in a minute. What'd you do this weekend, Mari? Did you do any fun mom stuff?
I did. I had a silent auction fundraiser for Coda's preschool.
Okay,
Nice.
It was lovely.
That's fun. Look at
Mom
you.
and dad date.
Yes. So, those silent auction fundraisers, always bougie that you're in that. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids at school's got one coming up this month. Yeah, it's like adult prom because there's no kids.
Yes, 0 kids. Food. I drank soda.
Oh, and then how was the
Sugar high.
Disturbed show? And and David brought up 2 tiny humans on stage. Was that the Disturbed show? That
He's been bringing up people on stage, like inspiring stories and things like that. Like he's been bringing up a lot of fans and like giving them their props for either like things they've overcome or like crazy kind of background stories, stuff like that. David Dream has been all about the positivity lately.
Yeah,
yes. And we talked about it on Thursday where I was like, it gets kind of creepy with some of these kids, man. You know what I mean? And not calling them like any names, but I'm just like, the way he says it, it's kind of cringe. Where he's like, hey, little Billy, are you having a good time? Oh, that's so nice. And like, he's like, it's David Draymond, right?
Right.
You're a terrifying metal singer, right?
He
And
doesn't have kids, does he?
He does.
He
He
does?
does?
One kid.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
How old is his kid?
I think he's like 10. I want to say between 5 and 10.
Okay, so he's still young. So he's not even a grandfather status.
No.
But the fact is, it's like just sometimes the way that he talks to children,
Mhm.
it just comes off as like he's not great at talking to children. And then it's just like it's kind of cringe. And I talked about it on Thursday. I was like, I would want him to stop. I always hate that kind of stuff
I
though.
think it's sweet. I think musicians can just be kind of awkward, right? Like they're so used to being like rah, 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 rah. And then when they like get unleashed to like doing other things, they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if he has one kid, he's always on tour and with all his other freaking projects, he's probably never really around kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way he acts, maybe he shouldn't be at least around 50 feet around him. But and I know, I mean, the guy's a sweetheart. He was obviously like super cool to us. So I'm not bagging on him. I'm happy for his relationship that he has too, because he has a smoking hot new girlfriend and they're all super PDA. He just posted a picture where he's like got his hand on her ass and he's all dolled up in his like rock star outfit. And she's wearing these like pleather tight pants, looking smoking hot. I'm like, good for you, Draymond. See, Draymond fucks, and that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not accusing him of anything, bad when it comes to children. I just think that he comes off as cringy and weird when he talks to them at shows. And some of them, because it's too much soft speak, right? Like when I talk to kids like I talk to adults.
yeah.
Right. That's the way I'm around kids, but kids still love me. And I have a
Kids
great
do.
relationship with my daughter. But yeah, I don't baby talk. I don't do any of that. I hate that.
Well, and most kids do just want you to talk to them like, they're human.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a Shih Tzu Terrier. Like, what are you doing?
Right. So when you got this kid who's already like put on the spot in front of all these people and having an internal crisis, basically, and then you got this weird, like kind of chubby, bald guy soft talking him in front of everybody, that's going to traumatize the kid forever. I mean, he would be better off like screaming in a kid's face full volume. And that would be less traumatic than saying, hey, little Billy, you want to sit on my lap? Like, no, David Draymond, Jesus. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
So funny.
All right. We're going to do Would You Rathers here in minute 50. I'm playing that new Palais Royale. And I have other videos that I want to share with you real quick of on Twitter that I shared. Now we did. Oh, here, I'll show you. This has no context whatsoever. It's just a naked crazy woman attacking people in Venice Beach.
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
I feel like that's fun enough to share with you.
Let go.
Check this out.
Let go.
And Todd won't jump on the stream, by the way, because he doesn't want to get bagged on for not putting his hands up. Look how she's walking too. She's walking like a daywalker. Uh-oh.
Well, now you lost
she
your
got the
weapon.
stick.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Nope.
So high.
So high.
She's crazy high.
Whoa.
Oh no, they're having a
Oh.
joust. Oh shit. This is like how medieval days. Up. Big lady lost. Now she has 2 weapons. Uh-oh. Run. This is Walking Dead level stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
She's in Cali or Florida?
Venice Beach, California.
Oh. So high.
And this happens forever. Where the hell are the police? No police in California. Or is that a cop slowly walking up?
I don't think so.
No, her boyfriend coming to pick her up.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
Venice Beach people be wildin'. All right, let's do a Would You Rather.
Right now?
Hey, Todd, stop being so defensive. I'm trying to be like a good friend here, trying to motivate you to live life to the fullest, son. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. I'm getting into a verbal altercation with Todd Marley here. He just told me that I don't get to tell him how to feel things. But I'm just encouraging him to feel anything.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, these aren't bad things. I'm not trying to make him feel sad or depressed. I'm like, let's feel joy. He's like, you'll tell me how to feel. I'm like, this is a joyous occasion. Let's all feel joyous together. And no, he shuts it down, man. What are you gonna do? All right, welcome back to the show. We got Mari in studio, so that means it's time for another round of Would You Rathers. These are hypothetical situations that she's going to ask Weirdo and I, and we have to let her know which one we're picking and why. One or the other, no skating around it. Give us our first Would You Rather here, Mari.
Okay, this one is for Weirdo.
Yes.
Would you rather sweat pickle juice or yellow mustard?
Sweat pickle juice or yellow mustard?
No.
I know you love pickles.
Do you not like pickles?
She hates
I
them.
hate them
Okay.
so
With a passion.
much.
Do you love mustard?
I mean, it's fine.
Do you hate clothes? Because you would stain and ruin all of your clothes. Legitimate.
Okay, so I'm thinking I gotta sweat pickle juice because all of my partners love pickles.
Oh,
So I would do that for them.
thoughtful.
Okay, yeah. Well, and that would basically make you like a push-up pop, you know? Like, oh, delicious. Fantastic on a hot summer day.
So every time I sweat, they just want to come up and wait. Can I say that?
No, don't. Yeah. If you have to ask, don't.
No.
Yeah. I would definitely, unless I lived in Chicago, I would sweat pickle juice. Pickle juice would be the better option. If I lived in Chicago, I would sweat mustard because all those delicious Vienna hot dogs that are pretty much on every corner. And I would just like, give it to me plain. And then,
And then just take the wiener and wipe it on your skin.
that's right.
There
Wiener,
we go.
I would wipe wiener all over my body just to get mustard on it because I love me a mustard dog. So, all right. What is your next Would You Rather?
Okay, on a cross-country airplane trip, would you rather sit next to someone who hogs the armrest or tries to talk to you the whole time?
Armrest.
Oh, this is a good one. So
Don't talk to me.
right. Okay. So
I got headphones on. Leave me alone. I'm taking a nap.
and that's where you're at, huh?
Right. And then I'll just lean the other way. Like, that's fine. Yeah, take the armrest. I don't give a crap.
You know, as someone who gets talked at often, you know, I have a good ability. So is it a man or a woman?
The one that you would rather it not be.
Well, I would rather it not be a man.
Okay, so
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
man.
why. I'll tell you why though. Because if it was a woman, I would definitely take the armrest and let her talk to me because I have this. Every man has this inherited ability inadvertently to block out those tones, right? So there's so many times science has backed this up. We talked about this before, and it's another reason why I'm good at my job as an arena host. And you know, like my colleagues who are good as well, they have a problem communicating with people in the stands because their voice is too high. When the science has found that women that have like a higher octave, it's easier for men to block out what they're saying because it registers to the brain like music. And so essentially, so many times it's cliche that a woman will say the husband's never listening to him.
Yes.
And it's not that they're not listening. It's like they literally didn't hear because the brain didn't say, hey, someone's talking, dummy. It's just like elevator music in the background. And I used to get in a fight with my ex about this all the time. Like, no, I want to listen to you, but you can't talk to me like without making eye contact because I don't know you're talking. I just don't, you know? Yeah. In most cases, sometimes I wouldn't ignore it.
All
but
right.
yeah. Depends on what she was saying. Selectively. So I would choose armrest sitting next to a woman, but then I would choose no armrest next to a dude.
Ah,
all right.
gotcha.
And that's what the Would You Rather was all about. All right, give us one more Would You Rather scenario here, Mari.
Last one. Would you rather have a large fuzzy unibrow that can't be shaved off or a handlebar mustache that touches the floor and also can't be shaved off?
I remember I had a friend named Jafar, and legitimately as Jafar, he was Middle Eastern, and he had a unibrow that was so thick that one day in junior high, I attempted to shave it, and he broke my electric shavers with those giant roots of his, right? So that's immediately what I thought of. You said unibrow, you can't shave it, or
Handlebar mustache that touches the floor that you also cannot shave off.
oh man, I would rock that handlebar mustache all day long.
Unibrow.
Well, hold on, let me
Unibrow.
get to why. Yeah, I mean, you practically rock a unibrow with the tattoos.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, with my glasses, because sometimes my glasses sit at my eyebrows. So who cares?
Yeah, and Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers, he famously rocks a unibrow and he won't trim it, and it's part of his brand. And he made it look good for him, but I guess it helps when you're like 7 feet tall and like an uber athlete. But the handlebar mustache, like I'm thinking Yosemite Sam or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's a look. It's a look that, in Tucson, you would definitely see. Like you would blend in better with a handlebar mustache that hits the dirt than you would a unibrow. If you have a unibrow, people will be wondering where you're from and want to see your papers. But the handlebar mustache, it's like you grew up here and so did your grandparents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So I would, just to be more local, I would go with the mustache.
Unibrow.
Okay, but you have to give a better reason why. Give me some reasons
I'm
why.
thinking like Frida Kahlo.
Oh.
She was gorgeous, and she didn't care. She kept her unibrow. She wouldn't give in to the beauty standards.
Well, obviously you don't want a mustache, because you're being a traditionalist. Kind of sexist, to be honest with you, weirdo, because women can't have mustaches now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's 2024.
I'm just thinking about like food, like I don't like anything around my mouth.
Right. And
I
they
don't-
should probably
whatever.
shave their entire bodies too, and always do all the hygienic things that men want them to do. That's fine. That's fine. I mean,
Right,
if you
be
want to
vegan, the
set
champion
women
of
back,
women.
you want to set women back 50 years,
Yep.
you go ahead and do that.
All my fault.
I'm pushing it forward and encouraging all women out there to let their mustaches grow out. Oh, yes, I know that they grow, ladies.
Oh, they
Let it
do.
grow out.
Stop bleaching them. Stop shaving them. Stop waxing.
Shave mine.
All right, let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. YouTube.com/BeFegan. Be back with more after music from the Foo. Rock 102.1.
So it's good to know that you like a hairy upper lip.
No, I don't. I was just saying that on the air to make me seem like I'm, more open-minded. But I'll tell you what, if I even see like a little baby hair on a knee, I'm out. My boner goes away. I'm done.
Wait, what about thighs? Some people don't shave their thighs.
Gross.
Really?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I did date a girl in college where her hair grew like so fine that she never shaved her legs because you could barely see it.
Right.
And you couldn't. You could barely see it. You could feel it though.
Yeah, that's because I'm naturally blonde. So like that's
Yeah.
how my leg hair is on my upper thighs.
Mm-hmm.
My calves though, like it's not a lot, but it's slightly darker and
Yes.
like you can tell. I shave I don't know, it's weird because I do shave my arms too.
Me too. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. I actually agree with that, especially if you have like dark, hairy arms, right?
No, mine's
Like darker.
blonde.
Yeah, mine's blonde too, but I just like it.
Yeah.
Smooth.
That's what, and
I
you,
do
you
too.
probably swim faster. I mean, so many benefits. So many benefits.
I swim so fast.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I
Like
find that my
Michael.
skin isn't as dry with shaving my arms.
Yeah, because you're like sloughing off the dead
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. Doing a little exfoliation. The whole
Oh
bit.
yeah.
Maybe should I shave my arms?
Yeah, try it. Kenzo does sometimes.
No, actually, I'm not a chick. I actually have good arm hair because it's like,
Wait, what makes it good?
Like not too much.
yeah, not too much, not too
Oh.
hairy. My chest is
but
hairy.
not patchy either.
Yeah, look at that. I got muscle
Consistent.
definition.
You know what
Wow.
fascinates me though, like with
Sorry.
with men's leg hair, like and beef. I'll ask you this: do you have random patches of missing hair on your legs
No,
from where your pants rub?
no, but I do have fat guy thighs, so I definitely burn through underwear and sometimes jeans because of it. Too much
Oh.
friction. Yeah.
The
But the
holes.
hair survives, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean that area is not the hairiest, I suppose. So, but yeah, it's evenly dispersed all the way through. And again, like I'm hairy on the chest,
Mm-hmm.
but like, and I have hair everywhere, but it's not necessarily visible on the legs that much. So,
Interesting.
yeah, you'll see. I'll show you. I won't do it right now because that's not
Good.
good conversation. Give us something that is interesting. What's a news story that you came across this morning or this week that we haven't got to yet?
I mean, just kind of inspired by the like bad luck thing on Reddit. I came across something that was like, is it bad luck, bad timing, or just a series of unfortunate events? And some of these are doozies.
Okay. Well, what's one of them?
So, wife had a seizure while holding my hand during my vasectomy procedure. That was an interesting hour of my life.
Wait, slow that down for me and repeat that.
Okay. This guy's wife had a seizure while holding his hand during his vasectomy procedure.
Brutal. So
Yeah.
did he then start shaking during the vasectomy?
Well, he has no choice. He's just got to stay still because there's smoke coming up from his crotch. But then I read this and I was like, son of a bitch. I wanted to go in for my husband's vasectomy and they would not let me go in there. I had to go back out to the lobby.
Yeah, because she ruined it for everybody because it's like, no, we actually messed up this procedure and ended up categorizing his pee hole. Now it just looks like an overfilled balloon. You know what I mean? Not good. It's gonna pop.
Well, and I also showed up with him and I don't feel bad about this, but I walked up and we got him all checked and everything. And I said, hold on, I'll be right back. I go up there. I was like, oh, I forgot to give you the jar. And the lady's like, what do you mean the jar? I was like, I was told to bring a jar because we get to keep one.
A testicle?
Yeah. And she's just looking at me like, I gotta talk. Like she took it absolutely. I was like, I'm just kidding. Like, and then went and sat back down.
That's nice.
And my husband's like, I hate you so much right now.
That's funny. That is too funny. I like that idea. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
All right. Another one was so this guy said, when I was 11, I stepped in dog poo in my backyard. As I was running towards the hose to wash my foot off, a bird pooped on my head. I started crying as I reached for the hose and then felt a searing pain through my crappy foot. I had stepped in a fire ant colony and then had to clean up and get dressed for my grandpa's funeral.
Oh, well, at least it made the crying easy to do.
Right?
You know? Like you were feeling the loss more than anybody else. You're like, man, Ryan, he really was close to Papa, huh?
But like, it's so funny. Like, cause right. That one bad thing happens and then it's like, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, why did I leave the bed today?
Yeah.
And this one is the last one. It says, I climbed in my truck and crushed my balls in the seat. Pain was so bad, I ended up puking on the door. Meanwhile, one of my friends laughed so hard, he ended up having an asthma attack. So we bring him to the hospital to get looked at and explain the story to the ER nurse. She takes my friend and we sit and wait. 5 minutes later, she comes out, handed me a single ice cube with the biggest, huge middle-aged nurse could have. And we had a pretty good laugh, but my balls still hurt.
Oh, no.
What brings you into the hospital today? Well, my friend sat on his balls.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be an embarrassing way to go to the hospital as well. And I feel like it's something that terrifies me when I hear stories like that because I know it's inevitable.
It really, like, you can just sit on them and injure them though?
The older you get, the longer they grow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was watching Naked and Afraid recently. I was forced to watch it.
I love
Or not
that
Naked
show.
and Afraid, Naked Dating, HBO.
Oh.
Right.
Mm.
And a woman was talking about how she doesn't like long balls. And she was looking for the high and tight of her men and the reason why she didn't like long balls was the reason why I thought my balls were awesome. It's because the slapping thing that happens with the long balls.
Oh.
It slaps that's in the front. Added stimulation, I thought. Oh, apparently creeps some ladies out. I didn't know that. And I'm like, all right, I'll slow
Does
it
that
down.
not hurt you?
No,
when they're
it's
slapping?
no, it's amazing. It's amazing when the penis is erect, the balls feel no pain. It's really weird because imagine all the different times you get super hot and heavy and go into Pound Town. You would think in any situation that the guy would like keel over with a stomach ache because but no, for whatever reason, we're just scientifically designed by God Almighty to be able to sustain all different types of trauma to those boys while we're fully erect. Now that the boner goes away, then the pain comes back, right? Yeah, so you can't just
sensitive bitches.
Yeah, man, it's not sensitive bitches. I mean, let me kick you in the crotch.
Oh no, that hurts. That pelvic bone hurts because, like, I grew up playing baseball with the boys, and I was a catcher. And at one season, my dad's like, "We got to figure out a female cut for you," because I had almost broken the pelvic bone by taking a ball in the dirt.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. That whole area just sensitive.
It doesn't surprise me you were a catcher. I mean, still to this day, you're a catcher.
Yep.
Squatting, taking balls all night long. I know.
Occasionally, your balls.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
I was there for it, and I still thought dirty. I was just like, Jesus Christ, weirdo! You're putting out rumors and stuff. Yeah, gonna have an HR meeting.
You have
after
a pet
this.
name for me. Like, come on.
I know.
What is it?
Wait, what is it again?
Booski.
Oh yeah. I called her Booski today, and honestly, she lit up and stuff.
I was like, I really like that.
What are the pet
My
names?
work husband over here. It's fine.
Do you have any other pet names? Like, don't your boyfriend or husband give you pet names or no? I feel like they're not now because it was such a little term of endearment, but meant so much.
I mean, we do general like honey, love, dear, sweetie. My boyfriend's the only one that actually has like a specific name for me. It's based on the book series where he calls me Brightness.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Tell them to switch it up a little bit and really step up their nickname game. I will suggest one that maybe you could ask Chris or Drew to be able to do a love dumpster, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you love dumpster, no? It's better than the
the other
origin.
version.
Yeah. It's just,
I didn't even go there.
well, you should.
Wow, you need to wake up. Join the party.
Love dumpster. It's where all the love goes. You collect it all, and then once a week you get dumped out.
Oh.
No. Okay. Well, and then
far.
Yeah. So I guess we'll stick with Booski. But that's mine towards you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna need to come up with one for you. I'm gonna have to think.
As far as a nickname?
Yeah, a little pet name.
Oh, you know what?
Bearby?
I don't know, man.
What?
Bearby.
Bearby?
Bearby?
Like I'm a bear?
Like a baby bear.
Like a baby bear.
That's the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I do look young in the face. I have this very disturbing theory that I feel like is coming true. Yeah, and I'll explain here in just a minute, but it has to do with Elizabeth Hurley and her son Damian Hurley. Have you seen Damian Hurley?
Yes.
Damian Hurley is a good-looking
specimen.
dude. Yes, but he's son of a specimen.
Oh, and you're talking about the movie that he's producing or directing or whatever?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that here.
Oh yeah,
in
it's juicy.
It is juicy for sure. But I kind of got in trouble for stating this on the air, like out loud while I was on the Frank show. They kind of they got upset that I even mentioned it, but I'm like, the way that their relationship it seems kind of unnatural, and they're both unnaturally good looking. That my mind went straight to the gutter. I'll explain. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That was Gray Days. Now this is something that's almost like a callback or I told you so moment that I want to share with you real quick about Elizabeth Hurley and her really good looking model son Damian Hurley. Now a couple of years ago when Damian was like 18, 19, Elizabeth Hurley and Damian kept putting out these thirst trap pictures of themselves, but together. And it was very odd. It was very, very odd. And I got in trouble for kind of musing or at least stating what, they seem like they be banging, right? Or, in a scenario, it wouldn't surprise me if it came out. I know. And the fact that I'm even insinuating that a mother would bang her son is gross. I get it. I understand, right? But you keep in mind, we live a normal lifestyle normally, like most of us, right? The rich and famous is almost like a hedonistic rules apply to themselves style lifestyle. So I wouldn't be too shocked if it was revealed, especially since Damian grew up with only his mom, right? So of course the argument is, okay, they're super close because he didn't have a father and he was raised by his mother. Okay, I get that. I have a daughter. I'm close to her. I'm not, hey, let's get half naked in a pool and take some pictures together close, right?
Yeah.
Not in any scenario.
No.
I fist bump my daughter, right? What's up, bro?
I'm so glad you said bump.
Yeah. Stop. Okay, but that's how we're close, okay? The reason why I bring this up, and I feel like it's a aha, I told you so. Moment, because I said something about their relationship is super inappropriate and cringe, and I feel like eventually we're gonna find this out, probably on some kind of deathbed. Maybe we won't be around for the salacious details, but I'm waiting for someone to out. And Elizabeth Hurley still looking fantastic, 58 years old.
Yeah.
Her son's 21 years old. Looks like a male version of her, so just gorgeous. They're both very gorgeous people.
Yep. God.
And he's has a passion for writing and directing movies, right? and he just written and directed a movie called Strictly Confidential. And of course, he loves his mom so much, so he stars, or like he casts his mom, yeah, and what would be the supporting role or starring role. Okay, and of course, he wrote this, so he envisioned this movie. Right, when you're a writer director, you imagine it. You write it down, and then your goal as a director is to take your vision in your mind and put it on the screen. Right. So you got to have all the right pieces in place, especially if you're in a position where this is a big deal. This is a debut for you. You're showing your skills. So in this story, it stars, a woman, and she gets seduced by an older woman who is played by Damien's mother. At one point, they have a sex scene. And Damien not only imagined it, wrote it, but also directed it. Meaning he was in the room for the lesbian sex scene that gets super hot. In fact, I do have some pictures I can show you on the podcast broadcast stream. And it's funny because the cinematography makes it look like a Skinamax film.
It does.
And the lighting actually doesn't do her any favor. It actually makes her look a little more 58 than previous posts that she would put on Instagram, but she's still gorgeous, obviously. All right. So, they released a teaser trailer, which we'll watch in a little bit. And there's full-blown kissing, and it gets super passionate, kissing on the back of the neck. And then it goes on from there, and it gets like salacious to where at one point Hurley's character's head leans back while the other girl starts kissing downward and downward.
When does this movie come out?
I know. See, you're all about this because you live this life, but that's the point.
I really do.
My point is, okay, see, this is the couple right here. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the mother-son.
Yeah.
And I understand. Don't come at me and cancel me because I'm stating out loud that it just seems weird. And I understand, like, when I don't understand beautiful people. Okay, I understand, 8 at best. If you're an 8 at best, I could understand like how you live day-to-day life. When you're Uber 10 and you always have been, again, you're playing by different rules.
Yeah.
And this is just weird for anyone. No one wants to direct a sex scene starring their mom, even if it's a lesbian sex scene, maybe especially. So that's odd for sure. And to go through detail, and as a director, you have to say, no, cup her breasts like this. No, I need you to grab her butt and really kiss her hard. Like, that's your mom, bro.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? So again,
whole other world that celebrities live in.
I'm telling you, it's so odd, so weird.
Oh,
But at the end of the day, I still want to say that initial statement that I made, that I feel like there's something strange going on between the two, and there might be something that we don't know that might be very biblical. I'm just like, yeah. This still doesn't prove that. Okay, for the record, this doesn't prove that whatsoever. But I'm still on the fence being like, if it does come out, then I'm not going to be shocked. I'm going to be like, kind of saw that coming. That's all I'm saying. Now, if they're not doing anything together inappropriately or whatever, it's inappropriate because they're related, obviously, mother-daughter, or mother-son. He could look like a chick too. He's that hot.
Yeah.
Anything incestuous, of course, it's gross. But, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. Should I stop talking about this right now? I'm just saying. You see, I mean, would you direct your mom in any kind of like scene? Mari, you might. I mean, you almost like hooked your mom up, but I think it's different with women.
Yeah.
And Damien, I don't even know Damien's sexual orientation.
Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, he is pretty enough where for sure he could be not playing on that team or whatever. But still, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make it better. Would you direct your mom in a lesbian sex scene?
Like fully nude?
Let's say partially nude, one boob.
Implied,
yes.
Implied nudity?
Some motorboating, things like that.
No nudity.
One boob.
Just one?
Yeah.
With like a pasty on it?
No. One
completely exposed?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you look at your mom's pasty boobs all day long, but not your unpasty mom boob? Yeah. What about the context of the whole lesbian sex we're talking about?
I mean, it made her happy if she wanted to do it.
Okay. Well, yeah, she wants to do it. I actually just got off the phone with her. So I'll call up Rico. He'll be our cinematographer.
You can be a good stepdaddy.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. There, you're going to see pictures of beautiful people who may or may not be incestuous. I'll be back right after these words. Rock 102.1. Yeah. So, I have a lot to say on this subject because I felt like it was something that, you know me, I have intuition. And some of the stuff they did in the past, which I can't necessarily recall, I was just like, sus. Hey, man.
Sus.
Yeah, this guy's fucking his mom. Does anyone else see this? I'm just the one sitting in the room like, huh? Hey,
Nobody?
no,
Nobody sees
no.
the elephant?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the weird one? I mean, yeah. But
Everybody's thinking it. I'm just the only one brave enough to freaking say it.
or dumb enough. Either way.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah. You want to see the trailer? Let's see. What? You mean what?
I'm just thinking he could not play for that team. He could be asexual. You know, like
Yes.
if you take the sexual aspect out of it, like it's just like a mother supporting her son who wants to get into directing.
Yeah.
And she's got the acting chops.
I mean, yeah, she was in Austin Powers. I wouldn't call that acting chops, but all right, let's see what Damien wrote about the movie experience. And this was on his Instagram, right?
Like this is generating a lot of info for his movie, right?
Yeah,
By his mom
yeah.
being in it.
Yeah, you're
So
welcome,
It
Damien.
could be tactful, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It could be intentional.
You need more like crude dumbasses like myself being like, he might be banging his mom. Check out the movie as it drops on Amazon Prime in 3 weeks. It's not going to theaters.
But
No.
would you be talking about this if this was just some random girl and not his mom? I
Yeah,
don't know.
And he's got the opportunity to be able to write and direct a movie at 21. So here's what he wrote. He said, and that's a wrap. Officially finished shooting my first ever feature as a writer-director. Can't begin to sum up how intense and wonderful the past few months have been. I'm truly blown away by the inspiring and talented people I've been able to work with, right? The immense gratitude to my phenomenal cast, and tags everyone. And and most of all, my beautiful and supreme mother.
Oh.
Supreme mother. They're banging.
I think that's sweet.
See, like,
They're banging.
is it really like?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's sweet
I don't
because he's courting
know.
his mother.
I'm telling you,
I
man.
like it.
I know.
Dude, if any of my children called me their supreme mother,
Supreme, I think it's sweet.
I would disown them immediately.
when you see them in different photos, and I understand they're kind of
What
like
21-year-old boy uses the word supreme?
right. Well, yeah.
Well, they're also English, right?
Yes.
So that
Yeah,
they
but even
use different
then.
words.
Let's see if there's anything else on his page that might lead to suspicions beyond, the pictures. Now, again, I don't know his sexuality and stuff, and it
Yeah,
wouldn't.
he's pretty.
Yeah, he is
He is.
pretty, right? I mean, Elizabeth
like an
Hurley's
alien.
son. Elizabeth Hurley is one of the most beautiful people on the planet,
Oh, there's
and
him.
so he does kind of look like an alien as
Mm-hmm.
far as attraction. And again, he could very much, not be into women whatsoever. I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
So much love. Who is this chick?
Yeah, I'm looking up girlfriend.
Honestly, just model friends. I think. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just randos.
Okay, so not like a girlfriend or anything. Who's that?
No, why don't you Google if Damien
I'm looking at
Hurley's?
with his female pal. So there's no I can't find anything on like a girlfriend. I see like a female pal.
No, you know why? Because he's been in a relationship since he was born.
Beef. Bring it all the way around.
Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, this time last year I was on location, pre-production in my first feature film, holding hands with this woman. So and she's gorgeous, but again, it could be a friend handhold.
No, that's Georgia. That's the person that's starring in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, he might be gay. And if he's gay, he's not sleeping with his mom. If he's hetero, then whoa, Jesus. Yes, well, he's a model. What can I say,
Yeah.
dude?
Look at them obliques.
Yeah.
Those cheekbones.
Yeah, dude. He's got like
You got the better minds.
he's blessed with Adonis DNA for sure.
Yeah.
See, he's grabbing boobs there. That's cool.
It was consensual. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the move of a gay dude.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay.
I'm getting some vibes.
That's just
Oh.
what I was picking up.
Right, and then Happy Place, the dude from Wham? No? All right. Well, I don't know. Smoking and still have a six-pack. See,
Ooh.
I'm over it now. Jealous.
Those
But
dudes gotta go.
it's weird that the only thing that's gonna convince me that he's not in an inappropriate relationship with his mother is if he's in a relationship with dudes or a dude, which is, again, that just shows how crude I am. Obviously, it's not a surprise. Anybody watching? I apologize.
All right. Hey, I looked up some pet names for work husbands.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Maybe we should save that as a segment. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start to take some votes on because I got like 3 that I'm thinking will work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I call Kenzo Lover Lips.
Lover lips.
Lover lip.
That's nice. Does he like that?
I don't know.
I don't think she cares.
No, it's so
does
funny
Butternut.
because Butternut's good. But Kenzo doesn't speak much, right? So I'm sure it's like to get a read on that guy. And it's like
I call one of my partners Jingle Butt. We bought him a pair of like Christmas underwear. It's like lights, but like he's gonna wear them year round. So about once a week, I'm like, "Hey, Jingle Butt."
I like that one.
Yeah.
I do have some other videos I want to show you that. All right, so we'll play this unedited versions real quick. We talked about Ryan Garcia, and I wanted to share this with you. Ryan Garcia is a boxer, and is a boxer that a lot of people were comparing to Oscar De La Hoya because he's such a good-looking kid. Right, he's 25 years old, and he's had a pretty successful boxing career up until recently, to where his behavior off, or out of the ring, I should say, has been very suspect, to say the least. Where a lot of people are speculating and that he has an addiction problem with cocaine, and B, he's probably just not a good person. And Shia LaBeouf was one of the first people that I recognize him saying, basically questioning his content and character. And it's funny because Ryan was a huge fan of Shia LaBeouf, and I'll show you the 2 clips that prove this, and this is too funny. And then we'll lead to the other behavior that is leading it to people questioning Ryan's sanity right now. First clip is Shia talking about boxing and his love of boxing and his division, and then turning that into a shit talk fest on Ryan Garcia out of nowhere. Right? Here's what Shia had to say about boxing.
Are you a big boxing fan?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Right now, probably Gervonta Davis because I'm...
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah, probably.
You know what? He's a bad boy, isn't he?
Yeah, it's probably that. He's electrifying.
He's from Baltimore.
I know he's not... Yeah, him, Shakur, like that whole weight class,
Steven.
that whole division.
He had quite a tight fight in his last outing.
Other than Ryan, all of those guys that they promote are fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis had some tough upbringing. He's from Baltimore.
Yeah. I don't like that Ryan guy.
He's bringing back up.
I hate him.
Yeah. Do you hate him?
I don't hate him. I don't hate nobody.
Did he quit against Davis with a body shot?
One, he quit, but also I heard a story about his girl got pregnant, gave birth, and then he divorced her the next day. And I thought, you got you garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because even if you feel that way, one, divorce is off the menu. But even if you feel that way, dog, wait a minute. She just got out of the hospital room. You know what I mean? And then he's like tweeting about it, like a little, just
that's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, that was impromptu. The guy wasn't even like giving any attention to it, and he went back. No. Did you mention I hate this Ryan guy? Right.
First of all, what is this like interview series? Like this dude just props a phone up like for crotch shots of everybody.
Oh, got people watching. Right?
I guess, but I'm like looking. I'm like, wow, Shia LaBeouf just looks like half my cousins.
Yeah, no, he's just an average dude, but he's got pecs. All right, so Ryan Garcia actually saw the interview. Maybe he liked the crotch shots and it hurt his feelings. And this is him talking about it on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. Check this out.
Dude didn't even ask him about me. He said, who's your favorite fighter? He's like, Gervonta Davis, Shakur, all those dudes. Those guys are all fire, except that guy, Ryan Garcia. I hate Ryan Garcia.
Damn.
Then comes back and keeps going in on me. I'm like, bro, what is going on? I love Transformers.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Great movie.
So
I love Transformers.
I love Transformers. Like, and Ariel just like digging the knife, but like, yeah, it was a great movie. Classic, all-time favorite.
And he hates you.
And he hates your guts, dude. But yes, so Ryan's been acting strange. He just posted this video on his social media yesterday, which terrified people. And it says, if you could read it, we got him, boys. Ryan Garcia, RIP, bitch. Videos exactly 666 in time. We told you we were coming. And then yeah, a bunch of stuff, right? So this led to people asking if Ryan was okay, like he got kidnapped and murdered. The video itself, again, looks crazy. I'll just show you what it is. So that's pretty much it. Just
And there was no music or anything to it?
no, it was a silent video. The internet has put a bunch of audio to it that has nothing to do with the original release of the
Got it.
video. That was posted on all of his social media, and people are wondering and asking. But his dad, who's one of his coaches, said in the comments below when people were like, "Is Ryan okay?" And he responded to somebody. He's like, "Yeah, he's okay. He's just trolling in the wrong way."
He's
Right.
trolling like a drug addict.
Exactly. And people think that. And, we'll play some of the clips of people calling Ryan out for his drug use to where he admits smoking weed and drinking, which is fine if you're like not as like elite level athlete, but not good when you're training for boxing. Because history has shown that if you don't live that like strict, clean training life and you get into that ring, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get your bell rung. Because you're not, you don't have what it takes. That discipline needs to be on the next level, right? And I don't think anyone would disagree with that. So him basically saying he's Snoop Dogg, be like, oh, well, then you pretty much lost the passion for boxing, and that's not the long-term plan for success, right? It just won't. All right, so let's get on the air here.
Beefy Bear.
Bring me the horizon. Can you tell me off again? There you go. Bring me the horizon with Dark Side and Rock 102.1 KFMA. They just recently won a bunch of Brit Awards.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically said the F word every 3 words. So nobody can air it in the United States.
Yeah. But they play it uncensored in the UK because they don't care about cursing.
They really don't.
Yeah. So
They just got different standards over there.
yeah. Well, you would think that our standards were lower than the Brits because they come off.
We're prudes.
I
Oh
know.
my God, dude. We're prudes.
No, I know. When it comes to nudity and cursing, which is why on the podcast broadcast stream, we openly do both. So if you enjoy a little bit of nudity and cursing and incest jokes, then you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, and don't forget to subscribe. There you've probably heard Weirdo trying to come up with pet names for her work husband, which is me.
Yeah.
I'm so flattered.
I know. I finally put a ring on it.
You're gonna make it weird though, right? So what did you come across that you wanted to share with us?
I mean, I just kind of generally put in like a Google search. I was like, let's get some pet names for my work husband. And
that's because I flattered her, and if she is single, I'm sure the underwear would have dropped to the floor. I called her Booski. So my catchphrase is
I never
Babooski.
fraternize with coworkers.
No, that's
That
good.
is not a line I've ever crossed.
That's fine. And I'm not putting it out there anyways, me neither, right? We're good friend base. The only one that I would sleep with on the show is Rico.
Right.
Okay. So
But yeah, no, I liked Booski. I thought that was super cute.
yeah, so I called her Booski. I took out the ba part, and there's a little nickname, and she seriously like blushed and lit up. I made her morning, which I was stoked about. So now she wants to use a pet name on me, and she took to the internet to come up with ideas. Right?
Yes.
Okay. What are some pet name ideas?
I mean, because like going down the list, and one was like hot chocolate. I was like, nah, that's dumb. Darling, too on the nose. Nugget. Could call you Nugget.
No, because immediately I think butt nugget.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm out.
Okay.
See, I'm gonna end up like cringing or like disagreeing with
Right.
both.
No, I know.
both of them.
That's kind of my goal here.
Yeah.
What about Bubba? Can I call you Bubba?
No, because it tells me that I'm fat and or stupid. It does. Like when you call someone Bubba, I would hate getting called big guy. I get called big guy all the time, and I'm like, I'm 5'10". I'm not definitely big guy. You're just basically calling me fat, and that hurts my feelings.
I mean, we have like all of our Bluetooth speakers in the house, and they all have names, so we know which ones they are because they're all the same brand. And we have 2 small ones, and then a big one who we named Bubba because he's a big boy.
Yeah, and that's what you would name a Bubba. But nothing about me is Bubba-esque.
Yeah, I don't think you're true Bubba. What about Pooh Bear? People have brought up bear suggestions. Can I call you my Pooh Bear?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of people in the comments just, kept agreeing with bear. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm bear-like.
So
Brown
Beefy Bear?
Brown bear.
Beefy Bear is
Somebody suggested Beefy Bear.
Well, Mari suggested Beefy Bear.
Oh, no, I was Bearby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Anthony said Mari can just stick with Beefy Bear. Lisa's saying so she's not into that idea.
Oh, I thought she was suggesting
No.
every time I reference you.
No.
You listening to me?
No. Okay, so no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe Bear, but also Bear is a reference to being a man of my physical stature who is hooking up with another man of that physical stature.
Yeah.
Right?
What about pudding?
Nah, pudding is so like my grandmother would use that as a nickname. You know?
What about honey bunny?
No, that's
Sweet cakes?
No, my
Tiger?
cakes aren't sweet.
Tiger?
I mean, my underwear has stripes.
Cuddlebug? No, not
I
for
don't-
work,
I don't-
work husband.
I only cuddle before coitus. Don't cuddle after.
No. There's nothing after.
Yeah.
He kicks you out.
Lisa's saying bub or bubs. Any other
Bubs.
suggestions?
Maybe Bubs.
No.
I kind of like that.
I know because I'm friends with Mr. Bubs, who is the viral dog on Instagram.
Okay.
He's a crazy bug-eyed dog and has like 5 million followers, an insane amount of followers. My friend James actually owns that dog. I went to high school with him, so literally he's famous through his dog, but his dog's famous, and that's Mr. Bubs. So I wouldn't want to rip off Mr. Bubs by any means.
Pumpkin.
No, see, these are all bangable nicknames. So these
Butter.
are work husband, nicknames. So you can't give your work husband a nickname you would give your husband.
Okay, but you like peanut butter cups. What about Buttercup?
Yeah, Buttercup.
Buttercup. Buttercup's cute.
What's up, Buttercup?
What's up,
I mean,
Buttercup?
I just like saying Buttercup. So I like hearing it. So maybe we'll stick with that. But please,
right.
anybody listening, do not call me any of these nicknames. All right. Unless you see me naked or work with me.
Welcome to Buttercup and Booski on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Fuel your weeknights with Hard Drive.
Nice. That was a good outro.
That was good.
Like, there's an outro right there.
Buttercup and Booski.
They're two sayings from the show, right?
Yeah.
They're derivatives.
There we go.
It's pertinent. It's on brand.
Ooh, I love all your big words you're doing. I
Right.
like it. Yeah.
It's got the what is
pertinent.
it? Alliteration because it's D and B.
Yeah, alliteration. That's
There
another
we
good
go.
word. Look at
I mean, I went to school for creative writing. I guess that money went somewhere.
smartest show on radio, huh? In Tucson, maybe. Let's see.
That Buttercup. Yep, you're Buttercup.
Buttercup and Booski. I think it's great.
That is, it's not bad to be honest with you.
Well, you put that video together for when I was coming back after a couple of weeks, and everything's so good. Like we should keep going with that kind of stuff of just like
Yeah, I'll
the
look
whole
at
kinda-
different templates.
Yeah,
Do you know?
it was good. It was so. Do you know what we're talking about, Mari?
Here,
Oh,
you need to get back on Instagram, Mari.
Yeah,
but
you
I'll
do.
show you.
Oh, I don't want to.
I know, but that's how we communicate now, and young people.
Mhm.
So, I mean, did you even reactivate your Facebook?
No, I lurk through Kenzo's, so that's where
Okay,
like I
good.
see your Facebook stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you do comment on it all the time, and
I
I'm
like
like,
it.
yeah, that's great. And this was a promo video that I put together, and also I sent to Weirdo too because she was kind of flaking, and I was like, "Don't quit on me, girl." And then I reversed the roles for her.
I saw that.
Yeah, so
That
this
was funny.
is the video she's talking about.
You and me will never be over. You hear me? You my man. Until death do us part.
You're not married.
You my what?
I'm your man.
Until when?
Death do us part.
Okay.
You and me are over.
Yeah, so
So good.
I know that was fun. That was
I'm
fun.
married.
Buttercup, he's not a pony.
I
Yeah,
know.
thank
I
you.
thought that was funny.
Yeah, I'm not a pony, and you would name a pony Buttercup. So no, we're out of Buttercup.
No.
Well, Buttercup and Booski,
you
maybe.
don't get to pick your freaking pet name.
I absolutely do.
No, you don't.
I thought I do. I don't know if I've necessarily had any like pet names. I guess
No, I did message my husband. I was like, "Hey, what pet names do I use for you that's besides like Honey and Love and all that?" And he's like, "Dum Dum." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. He's my Dum Dum."
Okay.
Just sometimes it's so oblivious that I'm just like, "Hello," and then with my boy, so it's what do we
Dinglebutt?
Captain Dum Dum and Sir Idiot is kind of what we do because sometimes the boys are just so oblivious that we're like, hello. So yeah, so when they are really like having that moment, that guy moment together, we're like, Captain Dum Dum and Sir Idiot, here we go.
Let's see. Hold on. 9-0 real the Supreme Court finally did their ruling.
Oh, they did.
And as a country, the ruling of 9-0 confirming that Trump to stay on the Colorado election ballot, even though they kicked him off the ballot because because January 6th and starting an insurrection is the reason why they stated that. So 9-0.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah. So he'll be put back on the ballot?
In Colorado, yes.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Right. Which it's like because the insurrection for sure, but like he's like they keep postponing all the different trial dates. He's being found guilty of some felonies and shit like that. So he's are we gonna get to a point where past Trump, right? Because say he does one more term or whatever, and then he passes away, everyone dies, especially if you just live off KFC. Right. And you're up there in age. So the next time around. So are we open to all different types of criminals to be able to run for president? Not, and again, I'm not saying Trump is criminal, but found guilty in a court of law. So you can get in some felonies racked up there. I know that I've been prevented from getting plenty of jobs because I have a felon on my record. I didn't know that I could just go for fucking public office then.
I'm pretty sure you're disqualified for voting if I'm not you're not allowed to participate in the system, but you could run the system. Cool. That's where it is. But again, thanks to the era of just being able to dispute things and controversy and create conspiracy theories and say, oh, this one didn't count. Then, what's going to stop someone from saying that murder didn't count? That was, they found me guilty. There was a bloody glove and everything, but doesn't count. All right, let's not talk about that. Okay. Let's get back to Ryan Garcia doing cocaine. All right. Cocaine. So I wanted to play this for you here because this is Ryan Garcia at a press conference where he admitted to doing weed, that he smokes weed and drinks, and his opponent calls him out on that shit, right?
What the fuck happens to your voice?
So at the end of the day, I've been screaming for these promos, but I'm not even gonna react. At the end of the day, I want to clarify some things.
Stop the coke, nigga. It's fucking up your voice.
I want to clarify some things. I don't do cocaine. I would do a live drug test.
A live drug test?
What do you do?
Drug test.
What do you do?
I drink and I smoke weed, and so has the majority of this room.
What kind of example are you for the younger generation watching this? Talking about you drinking, you smoke weed, making that cool, bro. The younger generation look up to us. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to publicize you drink? Whatever you do behind closed doors, you do behind closed doors.
Anyways,
but why are you trying to? It's young kids. It's young kids watching us. It's young kid watching us.
Mom, you good, Mom? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
It's people watching us. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that part. You finally got somebody raising your hand saying, I'm real. I'm like this. I do drink. I do smoke. Now what? It's okay. Guess what? We all have our flaws and we all evolve as people. Look at, I'm 25 years old. You got to remember the weight of the world sometimes feels like it's on my shoulders.
Yes, and I think all that pressure of the fame and success is getting to him, and so
well, and he was trying to stay soft spoken. He's probably concentrating real hard of talk real slow, but then Devin Haney, is that his name?
Oh yeah,
comes in is I'm gonna mess you up, bro. And then his speech got faster. He started fidgeting more, sniffing more.
Yeah, dude. Jake Paul and they're beefing right now. Everyone's saying that Ryan Garcia is on cocaine. This was Jake Paul's take on it when he was asked after his bullshit fight.
He's doing off some cocaine. That boy is getting that shit straight from Colombia or something. But that shit's strong. Ryan, I love you. You know that, bro, but you got to chill out, bro. Because, there's a line and people, you just seem like you're losing your mind and acting thirsty and desperate and saying you're a billionaire when you had one money fight.
Yeah. He's saying that stuff. He is acting crazy. And it definitely reminds people of the behavior that an addict would have.
Right.
Yeah. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're almost out of time. We're just showing some viral videos on the podcast broadcast stream. You can rewatch that. And the special bonus podcast will run later today in the afternoon for you guys of all the fun stuff that we covered on the air because I did not get it downloaded in time to play it through the podcast broadcast, which is fine. Let's wrap things up with a beef tip. Now, Casino del Sol recently got hacked, and they're still suffering the repercussions. We recently got hacked as well, and we understand that pain. So here are 5 mistakes that could get you hacked, okay? According to a hacker. All right, so the first thing is using out-of-date software. A lot of those updates include security fixes. You're much more vulnerable if you don't update your OS in a while, okay? Number 2, reusing passwords, all right? So password 1234, if that's your password for everything, you're going to get hacked. Number 3, oversharing on social media. With enough info, like your mom's maiden name, they could even convince your phone company to switch your number to a new phone. It happens, and they basically access everything.
Yeah.
So be prepared. Also, number 4, using unsecured Wi-Fi. It's a lot easier to eavesdrop or steal while you're browsing the internet in places like Starbucks. So keep that in mind. Use your own Wi-Fi. And number 5, clicking on suspicious links. That's an obvious one, but still, people do it all the time. So try not to do those 5 mistakes, and hopefully you won't get hacked. That's all the time we have for the show. Here's my theme song. We're out of here. Thank you. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
But if you've been
lots of words.
Yeah, it was pretty wordy there.
I will knock out all your teeth.
Booski?
Oh,
Babooski. Look at that. She's jizzing.